How about the young player triangle the Mets are kind of dealing with right now with Brett Baty, Ronny Mauricio, and Mark Vientos, who's starting a rehab assignment this week. So you will see Mark Vientos back quite shortly as he's starting that rehab assignment in Syracuse. This is so interesting right now, Joe, because truly none of the three are really just grabbing the reins here and saying, you have to give me all the time. Baty's had his moments. Mauricio, when he makes contact, it's loud contact, but you could see why he needs some more refinement, I think, down in Syracuse at some point. And then Vientos is maybe the most polarizing one because he was tremendous last year and a massive postseason performer, which really matters a lot to me. And he just got off to a dreadful start this year. And out of the three, he's the guy by far you feel the least confident in the field. I mean, it's not even close. It's Baty and Mauricio are in multiple tiers above him where you don't even know if you could play Vientos in the field. Joe, this conversation, I don't even know if it's one of those, it's going to shake out and one guy's going to be the guy and the other two are just going to be, they're going to move on from them or whatever it is. Right now, I don't know if any of them are the answer. And I think that's the most frustrating part in all of this.
And to note, this is not the young square with Luis Angel Acuna.
Right.
I think he's kind of establishing what his role is. And I think Luis Angel Acuna is just a backup infielder that gives you speed and defense, and he can occasionally start, and hopefully you get kind of a hit or two out of him. But third base is something the Mets really need to figure out here. And, Baty, that home run, 115 miles an hour off the bat, that's something Mauricio's capable of doing as well. But over the last couple of weeks, Mauricio's hitting 200. Baty's hitting under 200. So Baty's come back to earth a little bit.
And they don't walk a lot, Joe. None of these guys.
Yeah, no, they don't. Baty's getting a little better at that because he used to do that in the minors. It's really been a struggle for him at the big league. So it's a little bit better. But Mauricio has never walked. And I don't want to say the word never, but he is very unlikely to ever walk much in the future either. But you're betting on the batted ball data with Ronny Mauricio. Vientos, on the other hand, the key here is he is the only one of these threes without a minor league option remaining. So when he's ready, he's got to come up and he's got to play. And defensively, it's been a significant issue this year. He made some strides last year to become a below average third baseman. He is, by whichever advanced defensive metric you want to use, the worst defensive third baseman in baseball in 2025. So for me, I want Vientos DHing as much as humanly possible. If he has to play third on a day in a pinch, okay, like he's capable of doing that. But I want him DHing. And it's going to be interesting to see, do they send down one of Baty or Mauricio when Vientos is ready? Because ultimately, the Mets didn't want to call up Mauricio when they did. Vientos getting injured sort of forced their hand. So could Mauricio be a guy that is going back to AAA when Vientos is ready to play?
I would think so. I think it's the best for both parties, right? And I still find myself excited about aspects of Mauricio's game because, like you said, it's the batted ball. When he makes contact, it's loud. And he's got a really good arm at third base. There's things with Mauricio that stand out. He could run for a bigger guy. But at the end of the day, it just feels like some more minor league development because he did not play baseball last year with the injury could be the best pathway for Mauricio, where with Baty, you kind of just have to grind this out and see, can he get any kind of stretch going of consistency? And like you said, Joe, with Vientos, the good news for Vientos is Vientos can DH for the Mets right now. It's not like it'll be a more interesting conversation when Jesse Winker is back, and I will stand by that. I think this team misses Jesse Winker a lot more than we've even realized. So that you can kind of try to get Vientos' confidence back up, hopefully by getting some DH looks. And can this clear his head? Right, Vientos had such a bad start that I think it started to compound and spiral, and we've seen that before with young players. Where can the time away and then a short rehab assignment where hopefully he can mash a little bit. Can it clear Vientos' head and give him a clear start and give him some confidence? Because this is somebody that was such an important part of the team last year, and the Mets had a lot on him going into this year.